We all make mistakes sometimes, and it builds character to admit to those mistakes, own those mistakes. So using the tools that I have available to me, my camera, my lights, my microphone, I'm going to build my character and admit I was wrong about this product. The product in question, I already did a video on it, but I'm going to be taking down that video and re-uploading this one in its place so that I can give you a proper review of it. So what am I talking about today? Well, again, we're talking about this beautiful thing from Guitto. This is the GPB-02B pedalboard. Now, before anybody says anything, my thoughts on this have not changed. I'm not gonna come on here and say that it's actually a terrible pedalboard. I do think that it's still a really nice pedalboard, and I'm gonna do just a quick synopsis of it, kind of like I did in the original video. So first and foremost, this was sent out to me by Guitto back for that original video. I obviously still have it. I do use it, but I've kind of brought it back down to bare bones with the exception of 2 pedals that are currently still on here just to show you guys kind of what I'm talking about. But you do get a really nice travel bag with it, big pocket here. You have all the pieces that come with it, which I'll actually show you really quickly. You get a strap for the bag. You get the little handles that you put on the side of the pedal board that you can use to pick it up and stuff. I don't have them on there right now just because I don't really need them on there, but they are there. These little tools, these little hex keys, they do go on the back of the pedal board, but I do just have them in this bag, but you can put them on the back of the pedal board for ease of use. And then you get the big bags here full of your plastic pieces that actually hold your pedals, and then the screws and the nuts that you put on there to hold those plastic pieces in place, which I will show you the proper way to use them. But going to the pedal board itself, in the bag, the pedal board is, again, a very nice pedal board. So, here it is. It's big, it's heavy, it's a big slab of metal with these kind of rails built into it. And again, they are for those little plastic pieces that are held in with those screws. Another thing that I said I really liked about it is that you can pop out the little legs in the back to kind of angle up the pedal board so you can see things better, stomp on them a little bit better, things like that. And then I do have my iTone pedals power supply that is back here. You do have the little brackets back here that hold in your power supply so you can remove it, change it out, do all that kind of stuff if you need to. And again, I stand by that this is a really, really nice pedal board. So what was the mistake that I made in the original video? It had to do with applying the pedals themselves. So you see these 2 that I have on the pedal board currently. They are held in place with not 2 of those little plastic pieces, but 4 of them. So when you have 4 of them in place, they're not going anywhere. When you have them properly seated and everything, they are not going to go anywhere. In the original video, I did mention that later on that you should probably use 4 of them, but I was only using 2. So whenever I was sitting there saying, oh yeah, they're on there and they're good, and I was doing like my pull tests and everything, you know, they would like slip off a little bit because they weren't being held down properly. And that was my bad. That has nothing to do with the quality of this product. It is very nice. And I'm going to demonstrate that to you right now. So with these 2 pedals that are on here, they're just little Donner pedals. They are secured 2 on each side. And if I were to set this on the table and then lift this up, I mean, I'm shaking this pretty hard. They're not going anywhere. They've not moved an inch on this pedal board. When you have those 4 secured on each side, I promise you, they're not going anywhere. And it is very, very easy. Grab the bag back here to install them. And I'm going to show you the proper way to do it. And just as a refresher, in case you didn't see the first video or you did and you just want a little bit of a refresher. So let's go down here and let's put some other pedals on here and just show you that if you secure them properly with more than 2 of those little clamps, that this is more than suitable to protect your pedals, keep them in place, and get you through your next gig with confidence. All right, so I'm gonna do like I did before, and I'm gonna show you how to properly mount the pedals like these, where they are nice and secure on the pedal board using the provided pieces. Now we're gonna do a couple of different things here like I did in the original video just to show you the flexibility of this pedal board rather, and how you can put various different pedals on there. So we're going to be putting the Sonicake Valois on here. And again, I'm not arranging them in any kind of way where you would actually plug in the cables. I'm just showing you that it is secure. We're going to be doing my TC Electronic Honeypot Fuzz because it is a rather big, thick pedal. And then in the other video, I did the Joyo Jam Buddy to show you that if you wanted to mount like a little practice amp on there and have that on your pedal board ready to go. Again, this is like an awkward shaped looking thing. It's big and bulky, but to show you that it can be nice and secured on the pedal board. So here's how I like to put the pieces on here. So let's say you have one of these little clamps here, which they have these little like rubber feeling sides here to kind of grip the side of the pedals and help keep them in place as well. What I like to do is I like to take one of these pieces, take one of these screws, set it down in there, and that's kind of how you prep that. You can set that on the rail wherever you need to. I like to take the little nut here, drop it down with the little groove sides facing up, so facing towards the railing itself, set it in there, and then I like to take one of my little adjustment tools there, turn it sideways, and then take your holder in place thing. Go ahead and screw that in there, just hold that in place. Don't over tighten it. In fact, what I like to do is keep it just a little bit tight, or a little bit loose, so you can actually slide it around. And it really is that simple. So then what you do is you put all these in place, and once you put your pedals where you need to, you just slide them together, tighten them all down, and it's that simple. So I'm gonna go ahead and put just in the middle here. So we'll have the 1, and then we'll do 2 here, and then we'll do 3 and 4 right there. So let me put those on there real quick, and then we'll come back and do a test with the wah pedal and see if it gets held in place when you actually go to use the wah. All right, so for our retest, if you will, number 1, we have the Sonicake Valois mounted on there, which is just a tiny little wah pedal. Now, bearing in mind when you install these on here, they are nice and tight on here, but make sure that these aren't blocking where you need to plug in your guitar, or you need to run, you know, your cables in, or your power supply, whatever. Just make sure that they're not doing that. But the way that this is all positioned and where you can put all of this stuff on the board, it's pretty good where you don't run into that issue often. It really would come down to the pedal design, not the pedal board itself. But I digress. So if you were to take and, you know, obviously use a wah, you're going to go like that, pull it up, and go down like that. With this system here, pushing down to engage it and all that other kind of stuff, going like that, I mean, it's not going anywhere. So maybe this needs to be a little bit tighter. I didn't tighten these super tight or anything, but you want to basically squeeze them together like that. And then tighten them back down. And then sometimes you get an issue where the little nut right there will spin underneath, and you'll have to loosen it and adjust it. That's probably really the only downside, if you will, to this that I don't really care for. But again, it is much better for the most part than having all that Velcro and all that sticky stuff on there. And it's quicker to change the pedals out, if anything. So there we go. So now retighten those. Those 2 down there were a little loose. There we go. Much, 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 much better. So now you can use it with confidence. If you pull it back like that, it's not going anywhere. I mean, again, if you pick up the pedal board by the pedals, you've seen those videos where people pick up the acoustic guitars by the strings and the sound hole. You could literally pick this up by all the pedals or just by one of the pedals, and it's not going anywhere. And then again, see, the benefit of having these little slidey systems in place is whenever you want to change a pedal, you just loosen them a little bit, pull them to the side, do that, change the pedal like that, put them back together like this, tighten them down, which I would tighten probably one side at a time like this, if you can. That way you can really push the other side together to get that nice and tight connection, which I think the nut on that one twisted, so I got to fix that one. So there you go. We have the TC Electronic Honeypot Fuzz on there. Again, nice and secured. I squeeze those together like that as I'm tightening them. And a good thing about this pedal is that if you really wanted to put more right here to enforce it more, which you wouldn't really have to, I think 4 is sufficient, but we'll find out in just a second. You could, because all of the plugs are up at the top of this particular pedal. Again, it varies because like on these 2, they're on the sides, and on the Valois, they were on the side. But again, 4 of those seems to be enough. So give it a good shake like that. Not going anywhere, still there. Rock it. I mean, it's not going anywhere. Now we're gonna put the Jam Buddy on here, like so. And again, this is a bit of an awkward one. So you would have to position it, because see, like right here on this side, you would have the two plugs. But again, because of the design, it looks like we should be good. All right, so we have 4 of the clamps on the Joyo Jam Buddy. If this one fails, again, you just add, you know, maybe one more right here just to hold it in place because it's all pressure. So yeah, you can even see right here, down here, we would probably need to add maybe 2 more, like right there. It would be, yeah, because that one's tight. So probably 2 more right there. And again, super duper easy. So just wherever you see the weakness in the pedal, just fix it, because now, yeah, that's not going anywhere. So see, like something like this, you could take and mount this kind of up in the corner, have your pedals over here, have this as a little practice thing, and you really should have the Joyo Jam Buddy. This is a really cool little product here. A nice little amp, the speakers face up at you, all that kind of stuff. And that's an appropriate product because Guitto is owned by Joyo. It's like a subsidiary brand. But yeah, this isn't going anywhere. You can hear that I'm shaking it pretty good. Pick it up by, see, I'm lifting up. That's a heavy pedal board. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. I mean, again, if you really grab this and shook it, at some point it would probably come loose. But for what you would need this for in an application, I mean, if you just needed to move it, you didn't have the handles on it, you turned the pedal board over and shook it, I mean, they're not going anywhere. So there you go, guys. There is my redo, giving the Guitto GPB-02 its full due and showing you that this pedal board really is worth it. I hope that everybody that saw that original video, if you watched this one, I hope this one did it some justice, and I hope that you kind of see the revitalization that I tried to give back to the Guitto GPB-02, and that it is a really nice pedal board. Like, I genuinely really do like this pedal board, and it is so much better than a traditional pedal board with all the Velcro on it and having to stick, you know, sticky pieces of tape and stuff to the back of your pedals. This is just so much easier. It keeps your pedals nice and clean. So thank you very much, Guitto, again, for sending this out initially. I hope that I did it justice this time by showing you how to properly use it. Again, link in the description if you're gonna pick one of these up. Help support Guitto. They're a great company. They're owned by Joyo, so you know you're getting quality products from the get-go. Subscribe to the channel if you wanna help support the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.